Okay, let us continue. This one is page 4 of 2019 Mathematics Paper 1, Alternative A. We have question number 9. Given that sine 2x is equivalent to cos 3x minus 10 degrees, find tan x correct to 4 significant figures. So here we have a relationship of complementary angles. Relationship of complementary angles, and the relationship is that the sine theta is equivalent to the cosine of its complementary angle, that is 90 minus theta. So for instance, if you are dealing with 50 degrees and you are to look for the sine 50, that value sine 50 will be equivalent to cos 40 because the complementary angle of 50 is 40 degrees. So that is the relationship. You need to appreciate that this angle whose sine is considered, when you add it to this angle whose cosine is also considered, you are going to get 90 degrees. So in that case, since sine 2 is equivalent to cos 3x minus 10, it simply means 2x plus 3x minus 10. What is here, that is 2x, plus what is here, that is 3x minus 10, should be equivalent to 90 degrees. So we collect the like terms, 2x plus 3x, that is 5x, minus 10 will cross an equal sign and becomes plus 10. So it will be 90 plus 10, and 90 plus 10 is 100. This brings us to 5x is equals to 100 degrees. So how do we get x? We divide both sides by 5, and the value of x becomes 100 over 5, which is 20 degrees. At that point, we have x. So we are asking to look for tan x degrees. So tan x becomes tan 20, and tan 20 degrees from calculator, it is 0.36397. We are asked to correct to 4 significant figures. So for the 4 significant figures, we are going to talk of 0.3640 because this number is same, so it can change this 9 here. So our final answer becomes 0.3640. This brings us to our next question, which is question number 10. So for question number 10, the question reads, a tourist. So question number 10, it reads, a tourist converted 5,820 US dollars into Kenyan shillings at the rate of 102 shillings and 10 cents per dollar. While in Kenya, he spent 450,000 Kenyan shillings and converted the balance into dollars at the rate of 103 shillings per dollar. Calculate the amount of money to the nearest dollar that remained. So we are to convert 5,820 US dollars into Kenyan shillings at this rate. So if 1 US dollar, it is equivalent to 102 shillings and 10 cents based on this rate, out of 5,820 US dollars. So we are going to cross multiply. The US dollars are going to cancel, so it will be 5,820 multiplied by 102 and 10 cents. This will give us 594,222 Kenyan shillings. So this one is the amount he obtained after conversion of 5,820 US dollars. So he obtained 594,222 Kenyan shillings. While in Kenya, he spent for 50,000. So if we spend for 50,000 from this one and converted the balance, so let us get the balance. We take 594,222 minus 450,000. We end up with 144,222. And this one will be in terms of Kenyan shillings as per its denomination. So this is the balance. He converted the balance into US dollars at a rate of 103 shillings per dollar. So 1 US dollar is equal to 103 shillings. That is Kenyan shillings. What of the balance? And the balance was in Kenyan shillings. It was 144,222 Kenyan shillings. So we ask ourselves, what of 144,222? So Kenyan shillings and Kenyan shillings will cancel. So we're going to have 1 times 144,222 divided by 103. This will give us 1,400.21 US dollars. So they are saying to the nearest. So if it is to the nearest dollar, after this decimal, the number is 2, it cannot convert this one here. So we are going to remain with 1,400 US dollars. That brings us to the next question, which is question number 11. So for question number 11, we are given that the column vector A is 2, 4, and the column vector C is 3, 2. And vector A is equivalent to 3C minus 2B. Find the magnitude of A correct to 2 decimal places. So let us look for what A is. So A is equal to 3c minus 2b. So we're going to have 3 we multiply by the column vector c, which is 3, 2, we write it here, minus 2 we multiply by the column vector b, which is 2, 4. So 3 times 3 we are going to have 9, and 3 times 2 we are going to have 6, minus 2 times 2 we are going to have 4, and 2 times 4 we are going to have 8. So at this point it will be 9 minus 4, which is 5, and 6 minus 8, which is negative 2. So the column vector A will be 5 and negative 2. So this one is in terms of ij. So how do you get the magnitude? So the magnitude is I squared plus j squared and then the square root. So our I is 5, so 5 squared, plus our j is negative 2 squared. So 5 squared is 25 and negative 2 squared is 4. So 25 plus 4 is 29. So you get the square root of 29, which is 5.385. By correct to two decimal places, we are going to have 5.39 units. So that is the answer.